What's going on, you guys? Today we're at FiTech. We're gonna pick up my car. They've been working on it and they've been doing a really good job, but we're gonna be tuning it and putting it on the dyno and hopefully be doing a full dyno pull. So that should be pretty exciting. We'll get some horsepower numbers. Hopefully it's not 150 horsepower. There's only one way to find out, but yeah, let's head in there and see what happens. So over the last week, FiTech installed their total Mustang package on my 1965 Mustang, which converted it to electronic fuel injection. The system is self-tuning, but you'll soon discover what we're doing today. So today we're with Jeremy, who's actually the co-founder of FiTech, and this guy's a tech wizard. So how did you get into all of this?
Oh wow, it's a long story. Started out with an old Camaro growing up, and that got me into college doing fuel injection for like a Formula SAE. That got me into a job that got me sent over to China for a long time doing OEM stuff. Came back, developed this stuff with an old buddy, and we made it to be what it is today.
And have you always been into like numbers and tuning and stuff? You're just really good at it.
Yeah, I'm an engineer, so I kind of got the math gene. Once you understand how engines work, you can kind of develop the idea of how the fuel injection works.
Well, it's impressive watching you work, so
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
What are we going to be doing today?
I'm going to dial in the system a little bit and then do a power pull, see how much power this thing makes.
So Jeremy started off inputting basic information into the controller, such as the engine size and the cam. The cool thing about this kit is that it comes with a touchscreen controller that allows you to pretty much adjust any parameter that you could think of. It's also connected by a single wire, so you can unplug it and hide it in your glove box. Before we could do more tuning, we had to wait for the coolant temp to increase.
I won't do any tuning until it's like 160 degrees. You can see it's pulling out 20-something%. It hasn't started learning yet because the coolant still is cold.
After some time, Jeremy got out of the car and further adjusted the idle screw, which I found interesting because that's something you'd only think would be on a carb. Then he checked the timing and found it to be fine, so shout out to my grandpa Jim for helping me set up the timing a few years ago. The cool thing about this system is that you can just drive around the car and the system will tune itself. But since we had access to a dyno and a more advanced tuning software, Jeremy was able to expedite the whole tuning process. So he was able to dial in the fuel table so that the system didn't have to learn that much. It's so weird to hear my car from the outside. I honestly feel bad for the workers inside the building. My car is definitely not quiet. And then it was time to do some full power pulls. Man, that is so loud. So to my surprise, the car made 255 horsepower and 282 torque, which I was stoked on. Although, like everyone, I need more power.
This thing made, what, 255 horsepower at the tires, which is impressive for a stock head 289 with a very drivable cam. It's got headers and all, but 255 means it's about 300 at the crank. It's pretty stout for a little motor, and it's snappy as all get out. So yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy this one.
Another thing to note is that I think there's still room for more power. I was also just running 87 octane. We didn't put race gas in my car, that's just the fuel that was in the old tank. And did I mention this system will also take E85? So comment down below if you want to see my car running on some flex fuel. Well, thank you so much, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
You know what you're doing. Everyone here does. The product's really nice and the car sounds really happy, but I can't wait to take it out in the streets and actually feel it. I just got to listen to my car for a while and that was very loud, but
yeah, it's always different when you're on the outside on your own car, because yeah, I've heard my car on the outside too and I'm like, wow, it's so impressive. But this thing is really snappy, it's peppy. I think you're gonna have a blast out there, especially with a little 4-speed going.
Well, thank you for making it happen.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I've always wanted to dyno my car, so this was an amazing experience. It sounds pretty healthy. So stay tuned for the next video where I give you guys my first driving impressions with the new system. Also, once again, huge shout out to Jeremy and the FiTech team for making this possible.